He's so handsome. Yeah.
Let me quench my thirst.
Yeah, look at my husband. He's so cute. So we're coming on here because, one, we haven't been on here in a while. Two, it's convenient for us to do this in a car, so you may see videos like this.
A new car.
In the car.
So we're coming on camera because we want to discuss the season that we're in right now and how we're living in this season, dealing with it, and growing from the things that we've learned throughout this time period.
Yeah, and it was kind of inspired by, like, when you see people on social media living it like, that's cool, but all of us, we ain't got it like that, and that's okay. And, like, one of the reasons we decided to create our YouTube channel, because we saw, for us, at least from what we were watching, we saw a gap with, YouTubers that have already made it. They already got the house, already got the kids, they already married. The American dream, but it's like,
we don't see what happens before that. It's kind of like it just pop up. Like, it's kind of like putting a tree in the ground and the tree already like fully grown. You don't get to see the seed that's sown up until the point where the tree becomes, out the ground.
Mm-hmm. So it's not like we're giving tips or anything. It's just for us to be transparent and also for us to be able to look back and reflect on where we were at this point in our life. So Kiara and Marcus, the future you. Why are you looking like that? At one point,
you was broke.
You was broke.
Broke as a joke.
Broke.
Tired.
Brokety broke. And it was you all did it. It was a trade-off. You decided to pursue graduate school for free, but they came with another cost. It was another trade-off with that. And it's like living on a
meager salary. Not even a salary. A stipend.
A stipend. It's like, I feel like this experience has taught us that if we can survive with what we have now, then when we are financially established, we should live a life of financial security, debt-free, all of that, because there's no reason for us to not be able to survive with what we
have,
what we're gonna be blessed with.
Right. Like right now we're literally living paycheck to paycheck, but at the same time we've remained faithful with our ties to our church. And God has never failed us at all with supplying us with finances to cover all our needs and then some, whether that's like us getting money that we never thought we would have got, or even a new car that we never expected.
Shout out to Mom.
Right. And then even having problems with the old car, because I was ready to get rid of it, and lo and behold, it's not. We sold it, and that's more money in our pocket now, just because, somehow God put the thought into her mom's mind to get us a new car, and we don't know where that came from, but we've just remained faithful during this season of brokenness, and God has continued to bless us, unexpectedly. Like, of course God blesses everybody, but like the time is like, we don't know when God's gonna just drop the hammer, like, here y'all go. And every time it just happens like at random moments, and we just, I don't know, it's tough to be broke and to live paycheck to paycheck. But like she said, we've garnished a lot of discipline throughout that. So when we do have the money, when we're financially stable, well, we're stable now, but when we have excess money, we know how to be frugal and responsible in our spending and not just throwing money because we want some new clothes, we want to go on a trip, or whatever. So,
I mean, that trip thing,
we're going to some point.
Splurge some money on it. That's creating an experience,
right?
Versus just accumulating stuff just to say that you have it and just to do this and do that. No. But it's just very, very interesting because it's just very interesting. It's just cool because like even in this season, it never occurred to us like, oh, maybe we shouldn't pay these tithes, you know.
Right, I didn't pay my tithes from
we need this little extra money. Like it never occurred to us, and I feel like just from us being like obedient, we've all of our needs are taken care of.
Right.
I'll say that.
Right. Shoot, I remember in January when I had that $45 check. Tithe was $4.50.
We gave it up. Like, here. Like we gave it up. It wasn't like, oh, yeah. I could do something with this little $5. It ain't mine.
And there have been complimentary things we've learned too. Like we're eating better now. Before we would just buy anything and everything that we wanted to eat. But when you don't have a lot of money, you have to be mindful of what you're getting as far as like how much of this do I need to get. I don't have money to buy these bag of chips or whatever. So you have to be a bit more smart in what you buy. And then not only that, it's kind of in turn helped us realize that we need to eat healthier, not only for us but for our future kids as well. And we want to put those thoughts
and habits.
And habits into our minds so they flow into our kids' minds as well. And so that's been good for us, because like now we don't just spend money like we don't have money to spend, but we could very easily do the things that are expected of us as a young black couple to spend money, irresponsibly, go
just because you feel like it,
right? Just because I have a feeling that I need to do this, so I'm gonna do it, on a whim without thinking about it. And that's not to say that we don't want to, do stuff on a whim, but it's like it wouldn't be responsible to do that now, especially because we don't have the funds for it.
Yeah.
But when we do get the funds, we will make the smart decisions to put down money for those things, because I know. I went to a financial workshop at our church, and he mentioned how, you can save money towards those like vacations, those trips and all of that. And then once you do want to do it, you can just reach to those funds and say, okay, I want to go on a trip now, or I want to go buy some clothes now. You already have money saved.
Yeah, with the food part, there's definitely an area in my life that I feel like I've been convicted in. And I feel like with the amount of money that we have to put towards food, I feel like that just kind of, it goes hand in hand. It reinforces my conviction. And I feel like I still like junk food. I do. I still
get some Doritos in the house.
Right. Like we still eat junk food. However, we're much more mindful and just thinking about, yes, we can get this bag of chips, but we can also get this fruit. Yeah. And feel much better. Our body won't be like so like starving versus eating this whole bag of chips. I've been getting inspiration from online, and no, we're not necessarily trying to transition into a vegan diet. However, I do find that
some meat,
the vegan recipes are super, I guess, helpful and creative in terms of thinking of new ways to incorporate vegetables and fruits into your diet. So I've been following a couple of people. Nourishing Your Temple. Check that out. Another thing that I feel like I've taken from this season is just focusing on stuff that matters and not, it's like focusing on stuff that matters, whether that's, spending time with my family or, reaching out to friends and kind of, I guess, investing in those relationships. And I think, it also forces you to, so instead of like going out to eat or doing this, doing that, we may be more inclined to invite someone over. No, we don't have cable, so we may cut some music on, sit there and have deep conversations or just share some of the things that we've been going through and just encouraging each other. So, I don't know, I feel like it takes away a lot of the distractions too.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
We haven't had cable. It's been a little over a year now.
Yeah.
And we
don't miss it.
We don't. I mean, I miss my sports, but you can find a stream.
Oh, he still watches sports
anywhere.
he don't skip a beat.
But like she said, it's like our time is spent on things that need time spent on it. You know, like if we have homework, we can like go straight to homework without the distraction of cable television. You know, and even now, I mean, we at some point would get cable once we get our like salaries, but
you may have 2 TVs max.
Right,
in the house,
it's not a necessity to have a TV in every single room in the house. Like we don't even have to have a TV in our bedroom because it's like you don't go to sleep anyway.
Right. It's okay if you're young or whatever, and you feel like you're not living the life that you should be, or you're missing out on stuff based off of what you see people do on social media, like whatever. Like, we have a vision, we have goals, you know, we're thinking about financial security, financial freedom, and just being able to sustain ourselves without feeling like we have to measure up and live up to a certain standard that, you know, we didn't create, and it's not necessarily supported by God anyway. So
I like how in today's message the pastor mentioned something that I always say to people when they're at a point in life where they feel like they're not where they should be.
Yeah.
And I always tell people is your race, your pace. You know, you're not comparing yourself to anybody else. And there have been times that I've done that because it's hard not to compare yourself to other people when you see what they're doing. But at the end of the day, this is your life, your path, your own story, and you make out of it what you do. Like, nobody's gonna live your life for you.
Right.
So just be mindful of that and kind of accept the season that you're in and learn from it and grow from it, because you're in that season for a reason. Every season has its reasons. So just continue to push through it. That's what we've learned, and that's what we're doing right now. So when we look back at this, we're like, wow, we came from very, very humble beginnings. and you see the growth. Like, even looking back at our videos in the past, it's like I remember what I was thinking at those moments. Like right before I quit teaching, I remember how stressed I was. Like, you can see one of the videos, I was like stressed. I was like laying down on the couch or something because I was tired. But now I'm so less stressed and I'm happy. Still, I mean, you still have things you think about, but it's like
you have a peace of mind.
Right, it's more peace of mind now, and I feel way more free mentally than I did 2 years ago. You know.
So get you an accountability partner. So although, like, you know, we have vision and we're hopeful for the future, we do have our moments where it's kind of like, it sure would be nice, or you know, that would be cool. But fortunately, you know, we kind of like, I guess, I don't know, it fluctuates.
Yeah,
so,
we complement each other.
Right. So when I'm feeling that way, you know, he addresses it with me. And when he's feeling that way, you know, I address it with him. And, you know, I think the last time that happened, we decided to read, you know, devotionals on being more grateful and just expressing gratitude. So that's been helpful. So, you know, get out your feelings. And stand on the promises of G. That's all I'm going to say. If y'all have any questions, if you're interested in us making a series on this, I don't know, just interested. We're interested in, like,
it's gonna be car
creating
conversations.
Right.
We tired of sitting up in our house.
Right.
Sit up in the car.
And just create a dialogue about what society says that young people should be doing and how we should have fun, how we should live. You know, we don't have to do all that to have fun. You know, you don't have to feel like you're missing out on something because your life doesn't look like what somebody else's look like.
If you enjoyed the video, leave us a like. Also, leave us a comment. We respond to comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. All right. Peace. Basically, when we have children, pretty much what y'all saying.
Do you want to have children?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
When? I don't know. Like, I mean, because me and Kira, of course we want to have kids, but it's the timing of it right now. If we had to pick right now, not right now, because we got a lot going on.